Garbage. Don't need that.
What are your strengths?
My strengths are, I'm pretty good at sharpening crayons. Like if your crayons get dull, like say for example your teal crayon got dull.
That's actually
I'm your guy.
That's actually right here in the book.
I know. It's called sharpener. Sharpener.
Wow, he's a sharpener. It says it right here in the book.
Thanks, Tom.
If you do this in a weekly, somebody will put something there. So this will be Lori, star in the making. And then star, rainbow. And then Lucky Charms. Anyway, so this week has been crazy for a couple of reasons. The first reason is just there's a lot going on, stuff that's either starting or trying to wrap up, classic producer stuff. The reason number two that this week has been crazy is because Walker and I are going to Iceland. I'm whispering because I don't want anyone to hear. Walker and I are going to Iceland on Sunday. And the reason we're doing that is because our friend Matt is proposing to Elena. You guys know Elena. And then that's where you put a picture of Elena in. Anyway, so there is a secret proposal happening in Iceland. So Walker and I need to be there. And that means that I'm going to miss 3 days of work next week because I'm going to be in frickin' Iceland. So I've got to make sure everything is in order before I just ditch this place because I kind of hold it together. So, hello? I miss you too, Obama. This place is ruthless. I can't work here anymore.
Welcome to MTV Cribs. Check out my place.
I'm going to be an extra in a WMU TV spot or something. I'm going to be a grad student. We are filming the third TV spot for Western.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Hi.
My top 5 strengths are...
In this order, my strengths are achiever,
harmony,
ideation, adaptability, woo,
arranger, learner, and relator.
My strengths are empathy.
My top 5 strengths are number 1, empathy.
I know ideation's my number one. That's what I know. That's my strength, my top one, my top numero uno strength.
communication, strategic, futuristic, woo, ideation.
So when I was 25 years old, I was living in the basement of my pastor's house, and I didn't have a lot going on in life career-wise. My pastor's wife, Carrie, who's a really sweet lady and a good friend of mine, she knew I needed help, and I was looking for jobs and being just kind of generally like lost in life. And I remember vividly, she came to my room and she said, "Hey, Kevin, I got this book from, I think her sister gave it to her or someone. And she said, I've been meaning to read it, but I thought it might be really good for you to read." And it was Strength Finders 2.0. For me, I just never really understood that my soft skills could be strengths. And so when I took the test, it said your top 5 strengths are woo, ideation, connection, strategy, and individualization. That was really cool for me, and it was really game-changing because I at least had something to build on. When I was young, I had nothing going on with my life career-wise, and it gave me something to build on and say, okay, these are my skills. And so naturally, when we started Rhino, that was one of the first things I turned to when I wanted to kind of get a better handle on how to lead a team. So we had Dan take it, Johnny take it, Angel take it, Jeremy, and then pretty much through the years, we've had everyone take the Strength Finder test, and it's been really cool to see kind of where the different strengths line up. And it's always fun when you think you know somebody and you kind of guess what their strengths are, and then you hit the nail on the head, or sometimes you're totally off. And just being able to know what your team is working with and their skill set, it gives you some framework to be able to get someone in a role that they're going to thrive in. So it's been a good tool for us.
People who are especially talented in the input theme have a craving to know more. Often they like to collect and archive all kinds of information. Just all kinds of information, collect and archive. And I like to do that a lot.
So a ranger plays a big part in what I do here at Rhino. I like to basically take a bunch of pieces and make them fit into the perfect little puzzle.
I think that achiever means the most to me in my strengths because I love to set goals for myself, and seeing myself complete those goals or finish something new just proves to me that I'm growing and learning and getting better all the time. It's because I'm an achiever.
I think the strength that I connect with the most and that stands out to me ever since I took this 7 years ago was adaptability. At Rhino, we do a lot of different things all the time. It's always changing, and adaptability is kind of what I've really connected with the most, because I'm able to just take any situation and quickly change what I'm doing at any given time and really adapt to those situations.
It's funny because I took this test 5 years ago, and when I took it, I was like, I don't think I'm good at those things. And now, pulling them up 5 years later, I'm like, those are all exactly the areas that I excel in.
That's probably my number one, which is ideation. So it's kind of a blessing and a curse. I have a lot of ideas about most anything I put my mind on. It's difficult to find a captive audience who wants to hear all those ideas, and it's really difficult to turn that off sometimes.
I'm able to utilize my strength of adaptability because in an environment like Rhino, where everything is different every single day, I'm able to adapt accordingly when things change, which they do all the time.
The strength that I think is most pertinent to what I do at Rhino is the strength of strategic. Flip the page. I think I'm pretty good at it, and I've done it once or twice, and I think that's why strategic is in my top 5. Is that good?
Yeah, it's awesome.
That works. Don't put that in the weekly, please. Got a powerlifting competition this Sunday. I'm really excited. It's my first full power competition, my first powerlifting competition in a year.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
The second time I psyched myself out. I think I don't know. I wasn't all the way there when I was squatting, but the third time I got focused and just hit it.
The lift is good. We're now heading into...
That was a national record, and I forgot to say it. But...
So you just got a national record?
Yeah, but I didn't say anything.
Dude, hey.
I'll say it next time.
Jubril is the lifter. Jubril is attempting to break a national record. This is a national record attempt. Get him moving, get him moving! The lift is good. You're now heading straight into flight D, as in dog.
Week 26, it was an awesome week, and we had a lot going on, as we always do. I just want to give a big shout out to Elena, who just crushed it this week, knocking out a ton of edits in preparation for a trip to Iceland. Elena, you nailed it, and thank you so much. We had a few shoots. We went to a manufacturing day event. We don't film a ton of event promos, but we're really good at it. It's kind of in our blood, and running around making friends and filming stuff is definitely something our team does well. We've been filming with Western a ton. And one thing that's really been cool that I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit is just the value of having relationships over time. We've been able to really start seeing the fruits of our labor come together when people have worked with us for a long time and have this abundance of media that we can pull together and just cut it all into one piece. And stuff that we could have never gotten over time otherwise, stuff that would be very, very expensive to get, we have all on file. So it's been really cool to see that play out. It's worked very well for stuff for WMed, stuff for WMU, even like Bronco Athletics, things like that. So it's just kind of cool to see the longer our relationships last, the more valuable we can be on quick turnaround. So I hadn't really thought of that, but it's been pretty sweet to have this archive of content. I hope you enjoyed the Strength Finder stuff. Like I said, this book has been extremely valuable to me. It was a pretty big turning point in my life to do Strengths Finder and learn about kind of who I am and what things I'm actually good at and what soft skills there are. I used to think of it as like soft skills, but it's been great. And I really appreciate you guys watching, like I said. And I think that's it. So have an awesome week.